Welcome back, Joe.
Hey, I'm here.
We are here with Gunpoint, and I'm done the game.
Yeah, you sure are.
Yeah, it says it right here. You're done. So let me explain what this game is. So basically, it is a stealth game that is also kind of a puzzle game.
Yeah.
The genre goes hand in hand, sort of.
Yeah, normally it does.
But so let me just start with the shop. Let me explain what this is all about. So basically, this is kind of where I get all my gadgets. You can return pretty much everything, so I can just get my money back for that.
So, is this the most money you'll ever get in the game? That 11,000?
No, because I accidentally spent a whole bunch of money on batteries that I didn't realize were limited. Like I thought that if I bought these batteries, I would have them for good. Every beginning of the level, I would just have those batteries again.
Oh.
But then I found out that no, that's not the case. So you get money for doing jobs, and jobs are basically the missions right here. So the thing about this game is you can buy this and then just return it. You know, land silently from any height. I'll buy that, and I'll buy that, and that. And eventually you can just kick down doors. So forget about hacking, just kick them all down.
Yeah, sure.
But I'll just jump into it right now. Let's go with this one right here. And so, like, at the beginning of every mission, and sometimes at the end of the missions, they have these little dialogue instances where you kind of have a dialogue tree you can choose from, sort of a tree.
Yeah. Two branches makes a tree.
Yeah. And a lot of it is inconsequential.
Yeah.
But some of it is straight up like, hey, lie to them, don't tell them, you know, that kind of stuff.
Sure.
And that does affect the story
Sure.
in a way. I'm not sure how crazy it can get, because I've only played through it once, but I'm planning to play through it again. So I'll probably figure that out pretty quick.
Cool.
So these his like, you know, his special power is jump really far. He's got these pants that, you know, kind of propel him through the air.
Sure. As you do, as pants do.
Yeah, you know, the good ones.
Yeah.
I buy mine from, these are from Old Navy, the ones I'm wearing.
Yeah.
And they don't do anything. They're not good pants. So, and then there's also this view where you can kind of move the camera around and see the entire area. And it lets you kind of hack into all these red things right here. You can kind of see the red outline on these white things.
Yeah.
And so, for example, I can make it so if I flick, I can hack that. I can actually drag and drop this light switch to activate with that light, and I can turn off that light. And since I actually deactivated their light switch, they can't turn the light back on.
Great.
But let's say if I made noise down here, that guy can run down here and shoot me. Which is not a good thing to have done on you. And I can also do that.
Just fucking ice that guy.
Fucking throw him through a fucking window. I'm gonna do it to this guy too.
Yep.
Just dead guy after dead guy, piling them up.
Yeah, piles of bodies. That's like directly under a street lamp. How is nobody seeing this?
Yeah, you know, I actually, throughout the entire game, I jumped over street lamps because I was worried that someone would see me. Not the case at all.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, it's just go for it, basically. We're gonna deactivate that light. I'm gonna go for that light right there. And oh shit, he's right there. Okay, I'm gonna show you something really cool. So I can actually activate this light with that socket right there.
Yeah.
And when he walks up to it, I can just shock him and he's done.
All right.
So now I can just go down and hack that without having to like dodge him or anything. And that's kind of the cool thing about this game is that it's, you know, very Deus Ex-y.
Yeah.
Like you can kind of tackle things in your own way, and it gets pretty
I like this.
pretty interesting.
I like that like weird audio distortion when you enter this blueprint mode.
Yeah, me too. It's kind of like you're underwater or something.
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah. And you can punch them. And also, you can, if you do that to enemies, you can like grab them down, punch them, or if you just keep punching them, just like over and over again, they will die.
Yeah, that's what normally happens when you punch a person over and over again.
Yeah, you know.
Right in their stupid face.
Yeah, these guys have stupid faces. but it's got a lot of humor to it. Like a lot of the story definitely has its humor, but like the gameplay itself is very humorous. Like I just jumped from building into Subway.
Yeah.
So a lot of that is really funny. I'm not going to show a lot of the dialogue just because it is one of my favorite parts of the game and I don't want to ruin it for people.
Sure.
So I'll just jump into the next mission. So actually, to explain the story a bit, you are a freelance spy who has been caught in the middle of this kind of murder thanks to your jumping bullfrog pants. Because at the beginning of the game, you get thrown through a window, and you get thrown through a window into another building.
Okay.
And then they ask, wait, I just saw you get thrown out of that window, what happened? He's like, I don't want to talk about it. And then you find out that he was just putting on his bullfrog pants and then accidentally shot himself through the window. So then you witness this murder, and because of your, presence at that area, in the area of the murder, I should say.
Yeah.
You have to go and wipe out all this footage. And then that actually, some dirty guy in the story frames her and says it was this woman right here. And she asks you to go find that footage, but you've already wiped it.
Yeah. So
it's kind of like your character, you can kind of say, oh, yeah, sure, I'll do that for you right away, and stuff like that. And, it gets pretty cool. It's actually a pretty good story. Very it's like a detective caper, basically.
Yeah, makes sense.
It's very noir with this stuff. The story, at least.
Really liking the leaping.
Yeah, it's a funny mechanic. The door into nowhere.
Yeah, the door into that exits out into a drop.
All right, I'm gonna try and get into that door. So I could just
fucking hammer away at his face.
And then now he's dead. Like he's done for, pretty much at least.
Can you just keep punching him forever?
Yeah, you can just keep punching him forever.
Great.
Yeah, this game is really cool. I don't know. The style of the game is just fantastic. No, that light's already off, so I'm gonna disconnect those from the lights so no one can. Oh yeah, I don't have because I can't hack these right now because I don't have the specific wire jack on their kind of circuit.
Alright.
So, as you can see, when I'm hovering over the circuit, everything that I can hack with that circuit is lit up. So once I activate that, I can, hack it. Pretty simple. Oh, shit. I forgot. Alright.
So when you die, that menu comes up.
Oh, yeah, so the menu... Oh, shit. So this kind of menu right here, I think it's really awesome because stealth games can become really tedious if you keep dying and having to redo areas.
Yeah, when you have to redo an entire level from the start and it just how to solve it. Like, all right, I know how to do this part. Just let me get through.
Yeah, exactly. So you've proven that you can already do it. So it just lets you literally, like, every 5 seconds it autosaves.
Yeah.
So you can literally respawn to the last 4 seconds of gameplay, basically.
Yeah.
Sometimes that doesn't work exactly as you wanted, but yeah, there's only one instance in the game where you can't just you can't just replay the last 5 seconds, and that's literally like right at the end, and even then it's not a super it's not really a big... I don't really know how to put it. It's not really that big of a deal because it's basically just moving through an environment. So it's not like you have to kill all these guys, and if you don't, you have to start over. Like,
sure,
all the guys are gone. You just have to get through this environment again, and it won't save until you do.
Yeah.
And it's really it's really not that big of a deal. So I can actually get rid of that. I can hack that door with that. I'm going to show you a more complicated level that kind of, lets you mess around with that kind of stuff in a minute. After this level, of course.
Kind of liking how you can just... It's not really hacking, it's like rewiring, more like...
Yeah, definitely. And then, yeah, this basically you hack right there. It's really cool because it's not a complicated like game hacking wise.
Yeah.
But you feel smart, especially with some of the later levels where the things are very complicated. They look very complicated, I should say, but they're really not. They are very, very simple, kind of like, well, once you play the game, you understand how simple some of this stuff really is.
Sure.
Whoa, shit, that guy's there. So yeah, that gives you an example of... Oh, he didn't hear me that time. Okay. So basically, what happened, that guy heard me and ran upstairs.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna go downstairs, sneak past him. And then lock him in there. So he's done. Like, I didn't even have to undo the light there. But, alright, so where do I have to go here? Oh shit, I fucked up. Alright, I'm gonna try this again. Alright, and then if you want, you can just restart the entire level. But I totally missed that wire jack right there, so I'm gonna do that. Now I should be able to... Oops, shit. There we go. Now I'm back to where I was. This should be...
So that dude's locked in.
Yeah, he's incapacitated basically. There's really nothing. But he's a non-issue now. Don't have to worry about him.
He's locked in a dark room.
Yeah, well, he can fucking deal with it.
What if he's afraid of the dark?
He can go upstairs then, or downstairs. He can go all the way to the basement if he really wanted to. So, it's just being a big baby. So yeah, so this thing right here is a sound activator, or a sound detector, I should say. So if I set this up here...
So he hears a noise, it activates.
Yes.
Whatever it's hooked up to.
So I can have him do this, and then have that activate. Or actually, I don't even need to do that. I can just straight up, when I click this elevator is going to go down here, and because this light switch is activating that, and then that is going to make a sound, which activates that and turns the light off, and he can't flick it on. So, and again, I can do this socket thing, where I can just knock him out. Which is probably one of my favorite things, because I think it is like the most sneaky thing you can do.
Yeah, sure.
And then I can just push button, open that.
I like how you can make like chain reaction type stuff. I think that's pretty neat.
Yeah, like this. I push this to activate that, which made a sound there, which turned that on, and I can do the same thing with that door if I wanted to.
Yeah.
It's that's what I mean by like these things that are mildly complicated, but like they seem mildly complicated at first, but when you actually have a feel for the game, it's really like it couldn't be more simple. What the fuck just happened? Oh, I went upstairs. Okay. So that's probably the only thing I don't like about this game is that activating something is W. When I think it should be E, because then doors are also up and down, which is W and S.
Oh,
which
yeah.
can get confusing when you're moving really fast.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Alright. And then just hack that. And we're done this level, I believe. we can just get the hell out of here. So yeah, I mean, like, I think it's a really cool game. There's definitely the whole aspect of it's actually I'm gonna compare it directly to Deus Ex: Human Revolution because there are dialogue choices that will change the game, and then there are also gameplay that you can actually use to complete things in different ways.
Sure.
So you can see right here that I could have collected a laptop. Those are kind of the typical stealth game submissions where it's like, hey, go undetected, kill people but knock out people but don't kill them, or steal more intel than you really need.
Yeah, sure.
So pretty basic there. So yeah, I just want to show you one more thing because there's one thing that I really like about this game, and that is I could. Alright, we're gonna do this. Great. Anyway, so you can rewire enemy guns. So instead of, let's say, getting shot by a guy, you can activate his gun to, say, turn off a light. Or
so when they pull the trigger, it's like flipping a switch.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly that way. So this will turn off the light. So I could have his gun turn off that light by shooting at me. But I'm going to do something a little more sneaky. Oh. So yeah, I got shot though. So let's try that again. What's it called? So these kind of let you try out the gadgets. And I just thought one of my favorite things about this game... I also think this is pretty great.
Oh man.
So yeah, that's Gunpoint. It's a fucking awesome game. Yeah, stay tuned for my score at the end of this video. But hey, thanks for joining me, Joe.
Yeah, thank you for showing me.
And thanks to everyone who's watching.
See ya.